Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Weather News Happens or Not show. Now, it has been a couple of weeks since we've done an episode of the show. We were kind of taking a break from the film that we did. Go check it out. It's called Deception. It is our latest Western film that has surprisingly got over 1,000 views already. Thank y'all very much for checking it out and subscribing and doing all that for watching the film. It was great. It didn't take very long. It was one of the quickest things we've ever done.
Yep.
Really.
I enjoyed it.
It's a very good film. We filmed in a lot of places, in two places that we never really filmed before. Mm-hmm. That being a canyon area in LJ and Dawson's Fire Pit, which we never got to film at all. And it's been a long time since we filmed at Dawson's house, which was a year ago when we did Home. Also check that one out as well. But yeah, we were kind of chilling after we did that film because, you know, it takes a lot out of us sometimes. But we're back. If you want to go check out the last episode of the Weather News Happens or Not show, we reacted to more Kuuga. Of course we did. Why would we not? We also did some funny Mad Libs, and those are pretty fun as well. White Spirit and Brown Kids. That was fun.
Brown family.
Yep, Brown family. Though the kids are in the family, so it works. But yeah, we became racists in the last episode. Don't clip that, please. Anyways, yeah. So we did that. Go check that episode out. It came out pretty much right before the film came out. But if you want us to do more westerns, let us know. We've talked about it some. We've talked about doing a lot of more simple ideas, which we kind of have been doing a lot more simple ideas in the last year or two. But, you know, it is what it is, and we'll see how it works. We might react to the film on the channel as a first segment, maybe, and we might talk about it. Maybe.
Yes.
So we might do that for a intro segment. We have not, because
y'all
y'all won't pick it when we want y'all to vote. You always pick Kuuga, and that's fine. We like watching Kuuga. But, yeah, we might do that as an intro segment where we watch the film and we talk about it, because that doesn't really take that long. We've done whole episodes on that before. We have, and they were not very long, so, you know. But today, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. This is going to be a little fun segment that I thought of. I watched these YouTube videos where these guys were ranking stuff, and the very bottom of the list would get 1 point, and the very top of the list would get the maximum amount of points, and you add all the stuff together, and you have a cumulative list. And today's list we're going to do is Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. Reason why is, and I did this on purpose because Dawson has watched every single one of them way before I did. I recently just finished the prequel movies about a couple weeks ago. So I watched them on purpose to prepare for this video. So that's it. That's all I can say. So basically we're going to rank all 9 movies in the Skywalker Saga. And it would be Dawson's list versus, not really versus my list, but his list and my list. And we're going to put those two lists together, and we're going to have the Weather News Happens or Not Star Wars ranking list. Yes. Basically. We're thinking about doing more of these with Harry Potter. We're getting Caitlin on the show and doing it. We've talked about doing Power Rangers and doing those. I know we've already done the suits and talked about the shows and stuff, but we've never really ranked them in a list. We've just talked about them.
Talked about doing the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit.
I talked about Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. There's a lot of different things out there, and you know we'll think of stuff and we'll do them for list things, for segments. But we're going to get into this. So, Dawson has his memorized. I don't, because I only have the top 3 of mine memorized. Because, I just do. But the whole idea of this is we're going to write down, individually on the whiteboard.
Oh, shit.
Well, yeah, I should have explained it off camera. Sorry. So what we're gonna do is we're going to write down. We're gonna start from 9 and go to 1. But we're going to write down what our number 9 is, and then we're going to show it to you and to us because we won't know. And then that movie will get a point if it's number 9, 2 points for 8, 3 points for 7. You get the point, and it goes up. So I'm going to write down the point system for each movie really fast. I'm not writing the whole title because that would take up too much room. And somebody's got to keep it up. As you can tell, we bought another whiteboard.
Yeah.
We used our budget that we don't have to buy another one.
We have a budget?
Yeah, we do. Also, Dawson has a blue marker and I have a red marker for Sith and Jedi. If you've watched our Star Wars stuff, Dawson has played more Jedis and I've played more Sith. So it just makes sense.
Jedi.
Who knows? It might be the opposite one day. Dawson might play a Sith and I might play a Jedi. That would be so weird. That'd be a very weird... But it might happen. It might happen. That would be a very interesting concept.
I still want to do the artifact.
No spoilers.
That would also be a very easy film to do.
It would, yeah.
We just need people.
Yeah, so look out for the artifact. All right, so our number 9 film on the list. Did you already write yours down?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Why am I writing? I'm not going to write that again whenever I do that. We'll show it to the camera and to each other. Our number 9 pick on our lists for the Skywalker Saga is...
The Last Jedi.
I put the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Yeah, I put the Rise of Skywalker. Dawson put the Last Jedi. I thought about putting the Last Jedi at last, but I forgot where I even put it. I kind of liked it more. There was a lot of things that I don't like about it.
I absolutely hate the casino section.
Yeah.
Because it makes no sense whatsoever being there. Like, I get it. You need like a...
That one's 8, right?
Huh?
That one's 8, like the 8th movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
It's
okay.
right before
I was putting the points down.
It's right before the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
And I don't like the casino scene, and I absolutely hate the way that they made Luke.
That casino scene does suck.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
And I just hate the way how they did Luke.
I agree with that also.
Because of the fact of, like, if you read Legends and read everything about that, and you watch all the behind the scenes of like how George Lucas talks about kind of all the stuff and whatnot, Luke would never be like that ever.
Yeah, they made him very weird in the new movies.
Why would you do
they also, and we'll get into this when we get to The Force Awakens, they made him like a bad guy.
Yeah,
and I didn't like that.
I didn't either.
So, but yeah, there's a lot of aspects not to like about The Last Jedi. I'll get into that. But The Rise of Skywalker sucked.
Yep.
The only redeemable thing that I liked about it was Ben Solo actually fighting at the end. And he actually got to be the Jedi that he should have been. Mm-hmm. And that was about it. And then everything else about it just sucked for me. I went and watched it with my mom, and she doesn't even watch Star Wars, and she didn't even like it. So that tells you all you need to know. I'll give some positives. The fight scene between Rey and Kylo in the ocean planet. Endor. Mm-hmm. There's so many planets, I don't know words. Is one of the coolest fight scenes I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And then the end fight scene. And then bringing Palpatine back was the dumbest decision ever.
Somehow Palpatine returned.
It honestly makes... He's in every single trilogy... pretty much every single trilogy now. It almost makes you think that he's the main guy. Because he's in every single thing. Mm-hmm. Like, they try to make him the main guy.
The only thing I liked about the Last Jedi is probably the Snoke's throne room scene.
Oh, yeah. That's pretty cool. Snoke is a cool character.
That's all I liked from that movie.
Yeah.
Everything else just sucked.
Yeah, pretty much. I would agree with that.
Absolutely, just.
I did like the color of that room, though, the red room.
I thought it was cool. Mm-hmm. I hate that you see him in these movies, but then you see him again in The Mandalorian, and they are so freaking cool there too. But I love the look of the Praetorian Guards.
Mm-hmm.
The all red.
Mm-hmm.
I think they just look so freaking cool.
Yeah, with their little laser nunchucks.
Yeah.
All right. So, Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker get 1 point. You'll get the idea. I won't say that every time because I don't want y'all to know what the average is because I want it to be a surprise to both of us and to y'all. All right. Number 8 on our Star Wars lists is... I put The Phantom Menace.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Oh, okay. That's not too far off. I put The Phantom Menace. Explain yours first.
Still don't like it.
Yeah.
It had a lot of flaws. Kind of like what he said, the whole Palpatine thing, and just, I don't know. The only thing I really liked about it was I liked the fight with Kylo and Rey.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I also liked Ben's little redeem moment.
Yeah.
Where he just comes like running through. Yeah, he comes running through there and he basically acts like Han.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was kind of cool too, but everything else I did not like. And also the fact of how they made it to where Leia can use the Force.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Yeah.
She gets sucked out in the vacuum of space and she just brings herself back and it's like...
I'm coming back.
What?
I'm coming back. Oh.
And then, of course, the whole bull crap of where it was like the ending of Kylo saving Rey and using the Force to do that, and then Rey trying to save Kylo, and it's like...
I didn't like Kylo dying.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
I was like, what is this? What's going on here?
What is this? I put The Phantom Menace. I watched this, like I said, several weeks ago. I didn't like it. The only really redeemable thing that I liked about it was the Darth Maul fight at the end. That's like the best thing about the entire movie. I do think Qui-Gon should have been in the entire trilogy. I think it's kind of BS that they kill him off at the beginning.
So
There's
a reason behind that, and it's the actual reason because of the fall of Anakin. Mm-hmm. And because
if Qui-Gon lived, then he would have been fine.
Because of the fact of Anakin, because of the way how he was as a kid, Anakin needed a father figure, and Qui-Gon would have been that.
Yeah.
And then, but he...
I guess that's what I mean by I wish he didn't die because.
And then he got settled for Obi-Wan, which became a brother figure.
Yeah.
And that's why it's called Duel of the Fates, as the song and whatnot. So.
Dun, 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 dun. We've used that song before. Yeah, I just didn't like it that much. Jar Jar Binks, I wanted to kill him. I don't like him. He made me lose brain cells. I will say it confused me some, and I understand why they did it. The whole Padme, it's not her, and then this is actually her, and blah, blah, blah.
It's a protection.
That was, whenever they revealed that, I was like, oh, I'm the real person. I'm just like, you confused the crap out of me now. Like, y'all look exactly the same, so I'm just confused.
You know the double is... the girl from Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah, Keira Knightley. Yeah, I knew that. I just thought that it was just so weird. Like, I get why they did it, but it just really confused me. Jake Lloyd, horrible actor. That's another reason why I didn't like it either. No emotion. Yeah. Also, you might have a different opinion, but the pod racing scene almost put me to sleep.
It's long.
It almost put me to sleep. I was dozing off.
It's long.
I was dozing off in that scene.
It definitely could be better.
But everything else I was awake for.
Yeah.
So, All right. Phantom Menace and Rise of the Skywalker. Rise of Skywalker, whatever. I don't care. Who cares about that movie?
Nobody does.
Nobody does. All right. Now on to number 7. write this down. See, this is why in the videos that I've watched, they cut to this part. All right. Our number 7 is... Mine is The Last Jedi.
The Force Awakens.
Force Awakens, okay. So the whole trilogy is at the end.
I hate the entire sequel trilogy.
Yeah. You can explain The Force Awakens first.
First of all, it's literally a watered-down version of The Phantom Menace.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
it is a watered-down version of The Phantom Menace and
I'd have to watch it again, but yeah.
and A New Hope. It
I
is
feel like it's
literally
more
the
like...
same movie.
I feel like it's more like A New Hope, really.
It is. It's literally a watered-down version of that. It's literally the same movie. The only thing, and I hate it because of the fact of, you mean to tell me this stupid-ass girl just that never has used a lightsaber a day in her life managed to get a blow like that on Kylo Ren, who has been training his entire life.
Yeah.
Bullcrap.
Yeah. I was about to say, because I guarantee you people would also be like, they would probably say, I'm not saying I'm saying it, but I think people would be like, well, Luke was the same way. Because, because of the fact, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that, like, I feel like people would say that if you said that, because...
But, like, even then, that's not even a valid argument, too.
No,
the first
because he
fight,
came from Anakin.
Well, but his first fight with Darth Vader, he got his ass whooped. So, I mean,
He did, yeah.
mean,
I'm just saying, people that don't know, that was the first thought that came to my mind, was like, people would probably think, well, he's the same difference.
People are stupid.
Yeah. Also about that Rise of Skywalker, where she says she's a Skywalker. No, she's not. No. I wanted to say that, really.
She is not.
No, she's not.
And then
but,
the one good thing that
a good thing.
that I actually like about The Force Awakens, that I was like, okay, that's actually really cool. Whenever I was watching it in the theaters, and I was like, oh, this is going to be good. And then after this scene, I was like, this is no longer good.
This is no longer good.
But it's actually the very beginning scene where all the stormtroopers raid that village and
Yeah.
slaughter everybody.
Yeah.
I was like, oh yeah, this is cool.
I definitely would have to watch it again, because I haven't watched it since Nathan showed it to us in film class. But I do remember a lot of parts of it, especially my favorite scene of meeting Finn for the first time, where in the trailer where he like his head pops up. I always thought that was cool.
They did Finn wrong.
They did. He should have been like Mace Windu.
See, that was the whole thing, is like they did all of that artwork and all those posters showing to like it's like a stormtrooper turned into a Jedi. That would have been freaking cool. But then they brought Rey into it, and then they were like, no, it's Rey.
DEI.
F off.
Yeah, man. DEI, boy. All right. So.
What was yours though?
Oh, about the last. Was it the? I don't even remember now.
You said The Last Jedi.
Oh, okay. I put The Last Jedi. For some reason, I thought I said mine already, but okay. The Last Jedi. I like some parts of it. I did not like. I kind of expressed my stuff about it when Dawson put it on his list.
I hate Rose.
Yeah, that's a good reason. Luke dying sucked. Hated that. I did like the scene where the ship gets like torn in half. That was cool.
That was cool.
That was a cool scene. Fun fact, me and Dawson I watched it for the very first time with Dawson in a theater with no one in it. And that was very fun.
Yeah, me and your both reactions when the ship went through it, and like the entire thing just was like no sound at all, and we were both like,
oh my gosh. That whole segment with Finn and Rose was awful. I didn't like it.
I want to show you a video. If I can find it, you can keep talking.
I don't know. I think my favorite character in it was Kylo, though. I think throughout the whole trilogy, he was my favorite.
Kylo's cool. I think I like Poe.
Yeah, Poe's pretty cool too. He'd probably be my second on there. But yeah, I like bits and pieces of it. Luke Skywalker dying in the way that he died.
dumb.
And now that I know the context of it, because I've watched all of them, it still sucks.
Mm-hmm.
The whole battle in the desert was cool.
Yeah.
I like that. You know, the famous meme, blow that piece of junk out of the sky. Yeah. Love that.
Blow that piece of junk out of the sky.
There's a lot of cool things in it, but it's just not as good as the ones that I have on my list. The rest of them that are on there. So I kind of explained some of it when when you talked about it, but
if I can find that scene with the doing the ship in half, was cool. But
I also think it's funny that Laura Dern is in that movie. I keep forgetting that she's in that, and it's just so weird to me. I find it very odd. They make her a good person, then she turned bad.
This is an animation, but out of all of the bombs and out of all the cool things, nothing beats the freaking seismic charge that is with Boba Fett's ship.
Oh.
And this is a animation that someone did, but it's still freaking cool.
Whoa. Oh. Jeez. That's cool. Huh, that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
Right?
Yeah. It's funny because I always thought that when we get to the later movies, I always thought that the way that, even when I watch the Boba Fett show, the way that his ship works is so weird to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like they just sit upright. It's weird. It's weird. All right. Number 6, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah. Number 6 on our list is, I put The Force Awakens.
The Phantom Menace.
Okay. We're pretty much not that far off with our last 4, except they're just in different spots. So that would be 4 for that one.
Yes.
1, 2,
the Phantom
3,
Menace definitely
4.
has its problems. It's very slow.
1, 2,
the
3.
only absolutely amazing thing about it is the Duel of the Fates and the scene with Darth Maul and all that.
I felt like the film was also, I didn't mention this, I felt like the film was also somewhat intentionally racist. My reason is the people talk with very ethnic voices, and it very much sounds racist to me.
Are you talking about the Trade Federation?
Yes, they sound like Chinese people, and it's so offensive to me. It sounds like they didn't change it; they just kept going with it.
Yep.
But yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I Jar Jar annoys me a lot, but my favorite quote from that movie, and I actually use it at people at work, is the fact of just because you have the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Yep.
So
Yep. Just because you have the ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
To all of you hateful commenters out there.
There you go. There's put that on a shirt. I put The Force Awakens. It was the fun fact. I think the original Star Wars or this one was the first Star Wars I ever watched. I think it might have been this one. Not a great way to start it, but we were in film class, and that was just what I was shown. I liked it a lot. At the time, I didn't know how much it was like the original until I watched the original, and I was like, wow, this is the same movie, except with a woman.
Yeah.
Basically. But I liked a lot of it just because it was new to me, and I never really got to see any of it. And I did films with Dawson on it, and I never really understood it all, really, until now. And I still haven't watched everything outside of the main 9. But I just liked the characters in it. I didn't like Han dying. I didn't like...
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of things I just didn't like. Again, I'd have to watch it again, but I do remember when I first watched it that I liked it a good amount. But other than that, it's about the only positives and negatives I can say about it. But and we were supposed to make our own trailer for it too. We just never did it in high school. And we were on the trailer kick. All right, we're getting into the top 5. This is gonna be fun. This is the best of the best right here.
Mine might be controversial, but I stick by my
pick. Okay. I am writing down my number 5. All right. So, our number 5 pick on our Star Wars list is... Mine's The Empire Strikes Back.
A New Hope.
Okay. All right, Dawson. Why did you put that one at number 5?
I like the other ones more. But I know A New Hope started it, and that's why I said it's probably controversial that I say this. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love A New Hope, but I like the other ones more. A New Hope is a great base. It's very slow, and it's a build up to just bring you into this world. I get that, but it's just kind of one of those things that I absolutely love New Hope because it's the start of it and it's the first and it's still really good, but my next picks I like more. So
okay. I put The Empire Strikes Back. I like all 3 of the originals. I don't really in actuality, I don't have a favorite. They're just all good to me. I don't really have a number 1. They're just all great. So it was really hard to put it into a list.
Yeah.
But
Jesus.
I liked it a lot. It's funny when you're on camera and you try to think of stuff about it and you think of nothing. But I do like the beginning scenes of it when they're in the snow. I liked all that stuff. Battle. Yeah. I like all that stuff. I like how you get to see Luke become more of a Jedi in it as well.
His training with Yoda.
Yoda wasn't much, but he gets better in the beginning of it. It's a good middle part, I would say. Poster's probably the best poster, I would say, out of all of them. It is. And even though that's just about the poster. But I would say, yeah, Luke really gets to shine more in this one. And I also think that, actually all 3 of them get to shine more in this one. Because the first one, it was really just Luke.
Yep.
So, but yeah, all of it was great. And I think it is a good movie that goes into the 6th one. To be honest.
Absolutely.
All right. Moving on.
Moving on to number 4.
Number 4. We're going to get even more intense here with our picks here. So, it's hard to write these down and we're saying numbers and I got to remember what number the actual movie in the series is. I don't know why that gives me a hard time. All right, our number 4 pick. It's going to be even more funny. I hope at one point, I don't know if it'll be this video, that we get the same pick in the same spot. That'd be very funny if we do that. Because that's the whole point. We're not supposed to know which one we put down. All right, our number 4 pick is... all right! Speaking of that, all right, cool. So me and Dawson both put Attack of the Clones. So now we can actually both talk about it at the same time without having to talk about it separately. Dawson, you go ahead. With your reason?
First, my negative thought on it. And my negative thought is I think the love story aspect is a little janky. But, I
don't like that.
And that's the thing is it's janky, but whatever. And but the I really like the scene whenever Obi-Wan goes to Kamino and he has his altercation with Jango Fett. I think that's really cool. Yeah. And I
do like the idea of the clones too.
All the clones. You get to see the birth of the clones. And also the Battle of Geonosis.
Dude,
really cool.
It's so good.
One of my favorite scenes is when the thing comes crashing back down and dust goes everywhere, and you just see like blue and red lasers, and you just see like clones running, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. It's funny because I played way before I watched any of them. I played the Lego game of Attack of the Clones, and that's all I remembered of it. And then I watched the movie, and I was like, wow, this is way better than that.
And then I know a lot of people say that they don't like it, and it's not their favorite duel. But I really like the fight scene between Obi-Wan and Anakin and Count Dooku. I think it's really cool. And then also the fight with Yoda and Count Dooku, I think is cool.
Yeah, that's that one. Out of all the, if you could rank, we'll probably get to that at the end because they always have like a duel at the end of most of them. That one in the original is, for me, is probably last in that 3.
Oh, the one with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader?
Well, no, I'm talking about like the beginning prequel.
Oh,
yeah.
prequels.
So like the first one, that's second for me, and then the one that you just talked about is like last for me, and then we'll get to the other one because I think we all know how we feel about that one. Yeah. But there you go. We actually got a pick together for once. This whole top 4 might be the same thing. That would be very funny.
Maybe.
That would actually be very hilarious, considering I never thought that we'd be on the same page about Star Wars anything. All right, top 3. Our number 3 pick is
Return of the Jedi.
I put Star Wars.
Yeah, so A New Hope.
Yeah, No New Hope. Yeah, I just put the original. All right, Dawson.
I think Return of the Jedi is definitely a great ending for a trilogy.
Yeah.
It was a perfect ending. I don't know why y'all decided to make a sequel.
Return.
But the ending fight between Luke and Darth Vader, really good. And the whole bringing Darth Vader back to being Anakin and killing the Emperor. And, of course, the Battle of Endor is really cool. And I liked the whole section at Jabba's palace at the beginning. I thought Return of the Jedi definitely feels like 2 different movies.
Yeah.
Because you got like the first half of like dealing with Jabba and all that stuff, and then the second half is on Endor and then going to the Death Star. So it's kind of like feels like 2 different things. But I like it.
Sounds pretty great to me. I have my own personal opinion about it.
I still hate the fact that they cut out probably one of the coolest scenes that would have been in that movie. And they cut out the scene of Luke actually building his lightsaber. There's an actual scene that you can find on YouTube. And it's the actual scene of him building the green lightsaber, and they cut it from the movie.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame. See, studios are great. They tell you what to cut out, and, most of the time it's not even that. It's just
you don't need
the
that.
director.
Shut up.
The first time that I realized, director's cuts were great was when I watched the director's cut of Dr. Sleep, and I was like, dude, this is just a great 3 hours.
This is awesome.
But Star Wars, New Hope. I should have wrote that down, but I didn't. I'm just so familiar with it being Star Wars. It's just good. It's just it's like Raiders of the Lost Ark for me. Yeah. They're kind of on the same level to me. They're very simple, easy to understand. They're and also it being technically the first thing, and it's just throwing you into all of it. It works better than throwing you into it like Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
It definitely does a lot better at that. It's just good. I like that one a lot. It's the typical adventure film. It's where the hero's journey began with everything, and that movie is the one that every other movie wants to be. Is like Star Wars. So it's just great. I have nothing bad to say about it, really. Sucks that Obi-Wan's not in a lot, but that, if you watch the other ones, you get to see more of them.
Yep.
All right. This is where I think we might have things to say. Who knows? Because Dawson's more passionate than me at the moment about it, I would say. I guess that's a true statement.
I am a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah, I'll take that as a yes. Our number 2 pick, and this one will get 8 points. Dawson, show yours first.
Mine's The Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
And I drew a lightsaber.
Okay. Mine is Revenge of the Sith.
Okay.
You go, Dawson.
I've always liked The Empire Strikes Back. It's a good story. And then, of course, that's when you find out that Darth Vader's Luke's dad. Father. But, it's like I was saying earlier. I like the fact that it's the first altercation between Luke and Darth Vader. It's not, Luke doesn't win. He gets his butt handed to him. Mm-hmm. Nice. The Hoth battle is also really cool. And the whole stuff with Cloud City I thought was really cool.
Mm-hmm. That's like the best part.
Mm-hmm. Han getting frozen in carbonite.
That stuff honestly looks like in the prequels stuff. So
it's kind of, I've always liked Empire Strikes Back because of the story. It just is really good.
Revenge of the Sith. Boy, I've never watched a movie that the way that I felt watching it felt like I was watching it like back when it came out for the first time. Mm-hmm. And it was like I was watching something like unfolding in front of my eyes. The end battle scene is the greatest battle scene I've ever seen in my life. Now that I know the context of it. Heroes? Yeah, the now that I know the context of it, because I've seen the scene so many times. But just the I mean, it may be over dramatic, but the realness of it is great. I love how everyone just turns on Anakin. It's fun. Sounds insane, but I just liked it. I didn't really much care for Anakin that much. Really. Him as Darth Vader is way better.
I know I've kind of got the Anakin hair going on right now.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
I don't have it parted down the middle. It's kind of parted to the side, but it's all right.
But I don't really care for, like... No! I just don't... That's another thing. I don't really much care for the Anakin as a Jedi character.
Yeah.
Like, him as Darth Vader is, like, 10 times better. Him as Anakin is, eh. And I'll say one negative about it.
He's whiny.
That's one. But another negative I'll say about it is how quickly he turns to the dark side. I hated that.
Yeah.
Because I felt like there should have been more up until that point.
You do get to see it a little bit. And, like, they talk about it, they just don't...
But it happens so fast.
Well...
To me, it did.
So, one of the biggest things about turning to the dark side is, of course, having a great loss.
Yeah.
And then, of course, you're not supposed to form an attachment when you're
Yeah.
And he had an attachment with his mother. Mm-hmm. And he...
Well, he didn't want Padme to die either.
I know. And it really actually started in Attack of the Clones.
Mm-hmm.
It's whenever his mother died because he already had an attachment with his mom.
And then he killed all those people.
Yeah, and then his mom died, and he lost that attachment, and that's whenever the inside of him kind of snapped.
Yeah.
And then he killed all those people, and that's when they say that is when he starts to actually fall, and then it keeps getting worse.
It just makes it weird because throughout the rest of it, he seems fine. Mm-hmm. And then you go into this one, and he seems fine.
Yeah.
And then he just random switch like that. It was like, to me, it was like, oh, okay, we're just jumping right into it. But it was great overall. I liked all of it, to be honest. Other than that.
One of my favorite scenes, the Battle of Heroes between him and Obi-Wan, that will always be
great.
My greatest scene. Actually, I'm going to hold off on talking about this because that's actually my next pick.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we kind of already know what our number ones are.
My number one is Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. Dawson's is Revenge of the Sith. Mine is Return of the Jedi, and I have a reason why mine is that. But...
So, of course, I love the Anakin and Obi-Wan fight. That will always be my top scene. I love the altercation with it. The scene of Anakin getting the armor put on at the very end is one of the most bone-chilling scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with, like, the song, and then, like, it gets so quiet, and then you hear him breathe for the first time, and you're like, oh! No! No! But, one of my favorite scenes from that movie, too, that I just, every time I watch it, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome, is the Battle of Kashyyyk. Is, like, whenever it cuts over, and it's that, like, pan from Anakin, and then it cuts to the Firefly jets come down from the mountains of Kashyyyk, and you just see all the Wookiees and all the clone troopers, like, getting ready for the battle, and then, like, all the droids come out of the water, and it's like, this is cool.
Whoa, dude.
And then also the fight between Obi-Wan and Grievous.
Yeah.
So freaking cool.
Yeah, that's pretty
and
cool.
that whole...
The way that he bodies him, though, is hilarious to me. He's like, I'm cutting your arm off, this arm off, you're done. You're done, son. Yeah, that's a good one. That was the thing, is I was contemplating between the one that I picked as 1 and that one as number 1, because I didn't know. Honestly, I would put both of them at 1 if I didn't have to rank it, to be honest.
The most funniest scene from that movie, though, and I will always laugh of it, is whenever Yoda walks into Palpatine's office and the two guards like...
Yeah. See you later. Right. Yeah, Yoda freaking kills it in that whole trilogy. Return of the Jedi is my number 1, and the only reason I love that movie a lot is because my favorite scene in that entire movie is the end, where you see Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Anakin. I still think they should have kept the guy who originally played it in there. I get it though, but because I liked it the way it was with Anakin in it, but I hadn't watched the other ones yet to know. But I watched the scene where the actual actor's in it, and it felt more to me than that did. But that, when I was watching that for the first time and I saw that end scene, I was like, dude, this is like the greatest ending I've ever seen in my life. I love it.
I love it.
It was just all the ending for me. And then the fight between Darth Vader and Luke is great, obviously. The whole thing with Palpatine, Vader, and Luke at the same time is also great. The scenes on with the Wookiees are hilarious to me. Those scenes definitely make me think of Indiana Jones too. But just because of the scenery of it, it just made me think of it.
Oh, you mean the Ewoks?
Yeah. See, I'm getting there. It's hard, but really for me, I like the whole movie in general. I don't really have a bad thing to say about it. It's just that end part for me is the reason why it was number 1.
They also did Boba Fett dirty.
They did. I agree with that. Yeah, they did. But I wasn't as much affected by it knowing in the show that he didn't die.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. That's cool. All right, it's time to find out what the cumulative Whether News Happens or Not Star Wars list is. And I think I can just do it by... we'll be back. I'm going to tally these up, and we're going to reveal what the Whether News Happens or Not Star Wars list is. Yay! All right. I've got the cumulative... I feel like I'm saying it wrong, but I'm not. That word. Ranking of the official Whether News Happens or Not Star Wars list. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
At number 9, with 3 points, we have The Rise of Skywalker. That is deemed the Whether News Happens or Not's worst Star Wars movie ever. I would agree with that. Again, I'll say this again. This is an average between me and Dawson's together. So this is truly the Whether News Happens or Not
100
equivalent or of worst. In 8th place, with 4 points, is The Last Jedi. We're basically going in backwards order at this point. That which should not happen, but it is happening. In 7th place, with 5 points, and this one's kind of surprising. In 7th place, with 5 points, is Empire Strikes Back. that's very surprising. Mm-hmm. It dropped that low. Really.
Yeah.
It is. But okay.
Why?
Okay, that's the first surprise of this entire list.
But why?
Why though? At number 6, I believe, with 6 points, is the Phantom Menace.
See that?
Okay. We're in the top 5 now.
All right.
In 5th place with 7 points is The Force Awakens.
It's a sin that The Force Awakens is above.
And this is just an average list. It's not even like
it's above.
It's weird. It's weird. I don't think I tallied it wrong because you put it. Did you know where you put it?
Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
Empire Strikes Back's my second one.
My second one. So that would be 8. And I put it. I might have tallied it wrong. I'm not surprised if I did. And mine was 5th, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 8 and 5. So yeah, that would have been a lot higher than that. Sorry, technical difficulties. Okay, let me redo that again. Number 9, Rise of Skywalker. Number 8, Last Jedi. Number 7 is now The Phantom Menace. Number 6 is Force Awakens. Now we're in the top 5. The top 5 is a tie. There's a tie in here.
Oh.
So you could put 4 and 5. Is Attack of the Clones and A New Hope at 12 points.
I would say A New Hope is better than Attack of the Clones. Mm-hmm. So
I agree. And now we're on to our top 3. In 3rd, we now have Empire Strikes Back. I fixed it because I don't know how to tally things.
Empire.
In 2nd place with 17 points is Revenge of the Sith. Mm-hmm. And then our number 1 best Star Wars movie ever is Return of the Jedi with 25 points. So now y'all know, in our opinion, what is the best Star Wars movie ever. And that is Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
All right. There you go, folks. We did that for the very first time. If y'all want us to do more like Harry Potter or Power Rangers or whatnot, let us know in the comments below. Or Kamen Rider. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Now, it is time to subject ourselves to the wacky world of Kuuga. Last 2 episodes sucked.
Yeah.
They were weird.
Shall we play a song?
We should. Thank you for reminding me. Because we were having so much fun with that list that I completely forgot. Before we get into the wacky world of Kuuga, we're going to throw it to a song break. And since we're watching Kamen Rider Kuuga, we're going to throw it to a song that we remixed. The theme song of Ohranger from Super Sentai. We remixed a lot of the Super Sentai songs, theme songs, into English and made them into songs using AI. And the best one that we've done is Ohranger's. So, without further ado, here is the remix to the Ohranger theme song.
Dash Ohranger! Heartless machines made of steel make our art and desire for peace turn cold. If you muster the courage and squarely face the tomorrow that lies ahead, paranoia won't be a thing for us to fear. Don't you dare stop forever. Even if we get worried, let's not get separated. There's a cold heart that knows no tears. There's a machine beast that doesn't have a soul. When you see the sadness being surmounted with a smile, but I know you won't be a thing for us to fear. When we are about to get angry, don't you dare stop. With all your power, strike at once. The extraordinary burning fight comrades. As we start running, don't you dare stop. Even if we and warriors get separated, run through towards the biggest stream. Hurry, dash, Ohranger! The pulse of the earth is beginning to disappear. Hurry, dash, Ohranger. Small life is crying out loud. Hurry, dash, Ohranger.
Hope y'all enjoyed that little remix there. I finally got around to making a music video for that, so I now have a music video for that song. So hope y'all enjoyed that. If y'all want more songs, sorry, there's gonna be more, whether you request them or not. Because we have a lot. I have a lot. Me and Dawson can make a lot. With the power of AI, you can do anything. Sadly. Alright, so now it's time to get into the wacky world of Kuuga. And, you know, the last 2 episodes were definitely something.
It was something, alright.
That's all I can say, is that the last 2 episodes from one... And I can actually somewhat remember them, unlike other times where I forget.
That last episode was trash.
I just remember
that freaking kid.
I hope that goes somewhere, because if it doesn't go somewhere...
It's probably not.
No, but, you know, we tried to... We even looked it up and read about it, and it didn't tell us nothing still. So, we'll definitely see. We're going to try to watch episodes 26 and 27 today. We're getting halfway there. Let me use my calculator. We have already went past the halfway point.
Yes.
Which was 25, which was last episode. So we are now at the literally the halfway point of the show. We are halfway through the show. So, we're watching episodes 26 and 27. I'm going to get it started. And yes, I am recording. I started recording beforehand.
Yes.
So, this episode is called Myself.
Oh boy.
Whatever that means, we'll find out. But...
That's a different opening.
It is definitely... Oh, he was fighting in the green mode, I forgot, with the Dart Boy. Forgot that part. Oh yeah, he got shot in the arm. Or he got shot.
He literally got his thing upgraded and then couldn't use it.
Nope. I was about to say, just shoot the gun. Oh! Oh, there you go. He's gonna die. He got lucky with that one. Because he quite possibly would have died.
Oh, he's ripping his
Ow! Oh, that it. Oh my gosh! That's like the first gory thing I've ever seen in anything like this.
It's back to white.
Oh. They always add something new. Someone explain to me the sap. I never get the sap.
Just cinematic.
We've been watching this show for like 6-7 months now, and that's
Hey,
it.
they're using the original ones.
Oh boy, it's funny how it's taken 6 months worth of episodes to watch this show.
Right.
And if it takes another 6 months, we're gonna be here April of next year and have watched it all.
Oh my god.
And we have watched 2 episodes almost every time.
Every time.
Oh boy.
Next actual show to watch should be From.
Okay. might consider that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Super Sentai people. What?
What? What happened?
y'all transitioned. I'll have to get my
We're watching horror.
I'll have to get my MGM account back to do that. I was gonna wait for season 3 until it all came out. I haven't watched any of it. Oh, he's a drug user. That is like the worst injury I've ever seen. It don't even look like a bullet wound. Shouldn't that be his job?
Right? The police.
I mean, it honestly looks like a big mole. Oh no. Alright guys, let's get out of here. We'll come back when this is over.
Dry cleaning.
Okay. Steals the guy's bike. That'd be funny.
Why are we going to a dry cleaning store?
This kid is forever depressed.
Yes.
Model shop. You can be a model? With bangs like that, I don't know. Oh, that's a Gundam.
Yeah.
It's a Gundam figure. Product placement. Oh, they changed colors on the text.
Yeah, they did. Myself.
Is he looking at it like I can't afford it?
I don't
Maybe.
know.
Oh, this dude's going after him.
Ah, the teacher.
Yeah, the pansy of a teacher. That's not a real teacher right
I'm
there.
gonna quit my job. Alright. Okay. The pole.
They're listening to Frank Sinatra. What even is this show? I'm so confused. How did they get the rights to that?
Konnichiwa. Hey, it's the sister.
I get so confused with these people. Well, yeah, it is the summertime in the show now.
New York.
So weird. That like they're getting ready for a beach trip, and that is not the that's not the one thing you listen to when you're getting ready for a beach trip. But yeah, he almost wrecked it there. Yeah, end credits. Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah! Bro got flatlined.
What happened?
I don't want to say what I'm thinking because that's what it looks like. I can't say it. But that's what it looks like. It's not a good look.
What the heck?
I do like
Where are we?
I do like this new setup. It fits very well.
What?
That's a lot of people.
In 5 hours.
That's mass genocide.
That's such an exaggeration.
I killed 126 people in 5 hours.
What?
Arrest me now.
Hi. I'm a psychopath.
Next thing they do is they turn around to the news people. I was inspired by Columbine. Sorry, what? This came out a year after. Okay. Oh. I'm surprised nobody tries to rob this man.
Right.
He's got a big, expensive-looking motorcycle.
Yep, the kid's not there anymore.
I'm not gonna lie, this piano music would put me to sleep. It was funny though, we listened to the soundtrack to this a couple weeks ago, and the soundtrack goes from epic to this.
To this, yeah.
I still think we should use it for the film, though.
Oh, absolutely. Especially the villains thing.
The creepy music. That looks like a suicide note. Or like one of those like creepy psycho killer people notes.
Psycho killer. Run away. Copyright. Oh, it's what's her name? Yuri. No, that's not her name.
Random Japanese name. Insert. That's the one thing I think is hilarious about these shows, is that they talk about these like, oh, it was like an owl pellet. Like, talk about it like it's normal.
Right. What happened to these two? The female officer and the detective. Like, did that just like stop?
I think it stopped on that episode that we watched.
Which was what was it, like the birthday present?
She was like telling him, screw off.
Yeah.
Basically. We'll definitely have to react to somebody, because there is a video I saw of the history of the show. Mm-hmm. We'll definitely have to react to it and watch it to get an understanding of it. I think it's like pretty long too, so. I will say this is a cool shot.
Right. I want to know what these side conversations are. Just
Look at these numbers. Look at these victims. Next thing you know, they're going to use guns again.
Gosh.
I will say the thumbnail of the last episode pretty much summed up our experience the last two.
Yep. Where are you going?
This should not be safe at all. It's the kid. I mean, I guess it's normal in Japan, but...
You're going to get kidnapped. Hey!
Oh, there he
Yusuke.
How does he know what the kid looks like?
Stop staring. Go get him. Yes, that's him. Go and get him.
The dude knows how to use an ATM? Or that's a ticket thing. I thought it was an ATM.
Stop staring. Go and get him. What are you doing?
He's the worst spy ever.
And now you're letting him go again.
Oh, he's going to stalk him. He's going to be a predator.
When did you get off your bike?
He's got fast legs.
What? Wait a minute.
He's Kuuga.
Now it's purple.
Who holds a book like that? Usually people hold it like this, not this. Okay, I think you went in the wrong direction, sir.
The teacher!
Mr. Kanzaki.
Oh. Hello there. General Kenobi!
No! I'd love to just see a show where they do that and they bump heads. Ow! That's why that greeting doesn't work. Yeah, he
Did
found
he call?
him. He found him, but he didn't do anything about it. Don't tell me he's right in front of him. Okay, I was about to say, if he's right in front of him, that kid's stupid and he can't see him.
Are you in a temple? What are you doing?
They have a lot of those there.
You're going to become the
Like,
next
I watched
Dragon
like
Warrior.
the old Super Sentais, and one fight scene in the show is like at a temple.
Wow. He's at a temple. Deep within the mountain.
Ninja Storm.
Go, Power Rangers! Go, Ninja Storm! Let's go!
You know I like kids.
What are you doing?
He turns around, you know I like kids. I'm sorry, what? That's gonna prove it? A card? Most kids would believe what you say.
先生、君が一人でこっち来たの分かって心配してさ。でもすぐに追いつけないから俺に連絡くれたんだ。
He asked me to stalk you. Kid's a mute. Hope that kid got paid a lot.
5年生の時だっけな。家出したの。なんか我慢できなくなって。でも結構勇気いるよね。
I don't think the kid wants to listen to you.
I don't even want to listen to him.
Oh, he finally looked at him. Oh, he talks too.
意味知らない？古代ローマで納得のいく
Oh, we already got this explanation. It's not a good one either.
だから
That kid's like, please leave me alone. Can you just morph into Kuuga already? All I can think of is all around me or familiar faces.
でも納得いかなくてやっぱり今ここで悩んでるよね。
I will say the one thing I like about like Kuuga and like watching like Power Rangers and like Super Sentai is I like the fact of like with Kuuga and like all these other people, it's not like your regular MCU or like any other superhero movies where like the superheroes are like jacked and like super fit and whatnot. No, it's just like a regular guy.
It's a regular guy.
That's just
It's like Spider-Man.
yeah. I mean,
It's like a regular dude.
he's just like a normal looking dude
Yeah.
that has powers.
They're
and
all
stuff.
pretty much the same size.
Yeah.
All of them.
いつからそんなに悩んでいたのか。分かっていれなかったのが残念です。
でもなかなか先生には言えないものじゃないですか。
最近の子供たちはね、昔より分かりにくくな
Yeah,
り
you can say that now, 24 years later.
意外なぐらい素直できちんと言うことは聞いてくれる。でも
I will say, the guy playing piano is going hard.
それぞれの存在でおとなしくなったというか。
大きい子たちって街で見かけるとなんとなく冷めてるみたいな気がします。保育園ぐらいの時はいろんな顔があって
Yeah, because they're kids.
すごく可愛いんだけど本音を出さないようにしてるってとこあるんじゃないかな。
Maybe they don't know themselves.
なんとなくそういうとこ分かってるっていうか。
She actually got out of the office. She's actually somewhere else.
I'm currently dying on the inside right now.
We're supposed to learn something here.
Who wrote this?
Not the same guy who did the first episode. The last episode it was.
未来について
What was that?
It's an extra thing to cut to.
それやってるうちに
Whoa.
Whoa.
なんかこのまま大人になってどうなるのかなって
What direction is that? You seem like you're doing
そん
fine.
なの分かりきっててずーっとその通りにしてきたのに塾行っていいとこ入って友達作ってみんなに
Okay, what's the issue here?
でもなんかそういうのが急にめんどくさくなったんだ
Oh. That's the issue.
That's called depression.
なんか
And I know I should. And you're getting massively depressed because of this.
This is a very close shot.
Alright, back up. We don't want to see his pores.
今まで
Oh, we're zooming in again.
すぎたんじゃない？
We're going in his ear this time.
もっともっと悩めばいいんだよ。
Why not?
Balls.
Balls.
That's the moral of the story. Glass balls.
今の子供は悩
Overhead shot.
まず悩む時間が
That's cool.
それに
I think I know what the camera was trying to do.
傷ついたりする
Also, get her a different shirt. That looks horrible. You can see through it.
You can see your bra.
You can. That's yeah.
最近時々テレビを見ていて恐ろしくなってしまうんです。
You should.
悩んだりなんかしなくていい。もっと面白いものをたくさん買って面白い場所でお金を使って何も考えずに生きよう。
That sounds smart.
What is happening? I don't.
Is that a light bulb and a candle thing?
そう言ってるように聞こえてね。
What the?
They're really broke.
難しい世の中なのかもしれませんね。
This is like the most quiet episode I've ever heard in my life.
というのがお父さんやお母さんの気持ちかもしれません。本当は自分たちに考えさせたりしてその家ごとのしつけをきちんとしてほしいんですけど
Isn't that what a parent's supposed to do?
厳しくするより可愛がる方が親御さんにとっても楽なのかな。
This is what Call Me by Your Name felt like.
大切ですよね。悩むってことは。
Okay, we're still hung up on this. This is worse than the last one. We don't have enough dialogue. We need to put a bunch more in.
だってそんな簡単に出たら悩むことないじゃない。何年かかったっていいんだよ。
This feels like we're watching a PSA that they play at schools. Oh, there's like
What the-
animal!
Cat.
It almost doesn't even look like a cat.
君の場所はな
But it
くな
might
らない
be.
んだし。
It's really funny when the cat's more interesting than the conversation.
What's up with all these zoom-in shots?
その時いるそこが君の場所だよ。なんてね。
We're still zooming in. Every shot it zooms in.
その場所でさ、
Gosh.
自分が本当に好きだと思える自分を目指せばいいんじゃない？ね。
And that was the moral of the story.
There is no.
You just
moral.
made him depressed with a thumbs up.
There's no moral to this. There's.
Okay. You might want to answer that.
How can you hear that?
Supersonic hearing. It'd been funny. He's running. After all of that, he doesn't even have to answer. He just yells. Oh, we're getting back into the meat of it.
Thank God. And we left the kid.
Yep, you literally just left it
That seems
on the
dangerous to do that on,
on the
motorcycle.
bike. Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna leave him here by himself.
I would love to know what that says, but I have no
He
idea.
probably doesn't mean anything at this point.
I'm here.
Right, yeah.
Good night.
He's not white. He's
Stop it with
red.
the gun. What?
Here's the gun!
Take the gun.
In real life, he would have hit the gun and it would have fell out of his hands, probably.
Take this.
Nah, you're like a stormtrooper. You suck. Rest in peace, Kuuga.
What?
Whoa, whoa. Oh boy.
Oh gosh, you got him 3 times.
Wow, he got him that time for sure. That was a weird way to fall. That was a weird delay. I thought it was gonna hit the water
I
and
thought it
explode.
was too.
And then I was about to say that's what causes the tsunamis.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
That's what causes the earthquakes and tsunamis in
Right.
Japan. All these fights.
Did it.
Okay. Do you feel better now? I honestly thought the guy was gonna start playing God Bless America on the piano.
Look, there's the teacher.
You finally showed up. Dude, this kid still looks depressed.
Hey!
Snap out of it! this is irritating. Can we stop staring at each other and just talk? Oh, you piece of crap. No, I was expecting it to pan down. He's got a gun. Oh my god!
He's got a gun.
He's a monster. You cannot tell me that a thumbs up changes everything. I just can't get behind that.
Does in this show.
He's even got the Mr. Beast smile. The kid does. Okay. Oh, whatever.
What was that?
That was like the last episode, but like just more of it, really. It was more of the same, basically. I guess is what I'm trying to say. All right.
I'm so lost.
That was just like the last episode, really. That's anything that we said about the last one, it applies with that one. All right. Episode 27. This one's called Ripple.
Ripple?
Ripple. Oh my. Breakdancing it. They listen to English music? That's cool. Okay. I did not know what he was going to say there. Oh, they're all dying.
They're all gonna die.
Mass genocide.
Who are you?
She looks like the Asian chick from Kill Bill.
Right.
Okay. And she just walked up to these kids. Yeah, this'll work.
Just explodes.
Just walking past them. I thought that person was talking about the song that just played. I'm like, why does that remind you of your cat? Y'all were too busy dancing. You could have stopped her. I like to murder my humans with Mozart. Oh my. Okay. Oh, water drop. That's different.
Water!
Oh, it's different! No more tree! I love it. Oh man, we're getting even darker now.
What are you doing?
Oh.
That's cool. Hey!
Okay. Didn't know they did an entirely new intro.
Now the moon is red. Oh, this
Oh,
is
I'm
cool.
liking this.
Ah, yeah, that's
Okay,
awesome.
now we're in a... Oh, okay. Now we're mixing studio shots with real shots. Oh, the monsters
that's
got
cool.
included.
No pain.
Okay. I should have expected them to change it, but they did. Cool.
I actually really like this intro.
Don't we get the tree anymore. We just get a water drop.
Yeah. I actually like the new.
That was a better intro, yeah. For sure. That tree sap was getting on my nerves.
What is that?
Now we get water drop. Still doesn't
What
make
is the
sense.
water drop? Paul! 10:28 a.m.
I swear all they eat is liquids. That fridge looks like the fridge I used to have in my basement.
She's somewhere else!
I guess she lives there now.
キノコの毒で倒れた時に電気ショックが原因だって
本当？
椿さんは真面目な顔して冗談だって言ってたけど
If we get another one of those piano moments, I'm gonna hurt someone. Oh, now we're back to white.
案外外れ
Not that dark color.
な気がしてきてさだって皮膚には結局
Yeah, it's about to die. Pauses. We'll be right back. And we're back.
つまり
Okay, camera was about to die, so I had to change batteries. But we're back with more Kuuga.
そういえばマスターなんで席変えたのかな。ほら湘南湘南って騒いでたんでしょ。それがどこだっけ。
今聞いてなかったけど、近場のプールだと思うよ。
He wanted to go to a local
チー
pool.
ムじゃない。
Don't you think that's kind of weird?
Very.
未確認のせいでさ、
I love how we're halfway through the show and we still don't know the relationship between her and that woman.
遠くからの常連さんも
I have no idea.
苦しいんじゃないかな。
そうなんだ。いらっしゃいませ。
Oh,
Water
Okay.
park.
that's cool. Well, there's a place to go if it still exists. Dude's having a little too much fun. Wow. I will guarantee you this either doesn't exist anymore or there's like a newer version of this. A water park in Japan. Why does it? That feels weird to me. I don't know why.
Let me guess. Are we gonna fight at the water park?
That looks really fun.
Hey, look, it's the
Or-
uncle.
He's on his day off.
Oh, there's the sister.
Okay, that
Who
chick
are
on
you?
the right is hot. I'm just saying.
She's stripping.
Oh, okay. That's a bonus. Oh, she's
Suki
pregnant?
Oh, she's pregnant.
Dang it.
確かに31号
That was a weird cut.
Yeah, they love just jump cutting to things.
Doctor's office. All right.
Do a whole film with just jarring jump cuts. Like Smile, they do all the jarring jump cuts.
そう思って他の経費に対する強化するよう要請しました。それだけにこちらとしても。
奴らを追い詰めた時に確実に倒せる武器がないと困るでしょ。
Yeah, you're finally saying that 27 episodes in? Oh, not this freak.
John.
おかげさまでゴーラを
Get out of
Jane.
here, dude.
John. Whatever his name is.
熱心なのよ。
At this point, it could be just John because he talks in English sometimes.
素材ですからお役に立てて何よりです。じゃあ私はこれで。
I still think that he is American.
We looked it up. His name was Russian sounding.
そうですか。
So who knows?
小田井君にはくれぐれもゴーランド呼ばないように言っといてね。
わかりました。
I don't understand the whole like staring part. They do that a lot. And it's like, are they waiting for him to say cut or?
Cut. Are we going to a cult?
I did like the setup they had for it, where they're in those lights instead of just out in the open.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is creepy looking.
Are we in a what the?
This looks like a world in Doctor Who.
高速とザ・ブージャズバロック。
ゲゲルゾゾゾジョブチビギですジャズザ
They're realizing that now. They've killed 27 of your people,
Yep.
at least.
Who are you? Hey, look.
That guy's been there the entire time.
Yep.
What are you touching yourself?
Weirdo.
I didn't even know. Oh, his through his chest. I was like, where? How is he doing that? Looks like they're on like a spaceship or something.
Mm-hmm. Why are you wearing like a general uniform?
They all dressed up in different outfits, I guess. Oh, there's that chick again.
Where are you
Oh,
going?
yeah, this song. We talked about using this song. Sheet music. Okay. What is happening? That dude looks like a character out of an anime, I swear.
From Naruto.
He does. I don't know what anime, but he does. This is the most people I've ever seen in it. And he's actually working there.
Pull
Shockingly.
curry?
That would be interesting to try that, and then like now when we watch the shows, it's like, oh, we know what that tastes like.
久しぶりに休みが
There is no way that's your car.
よかったら一緒に食事でもいかがですか。
すみません。
He's trying so hard.
Eh?
She don't even look pregnant.
Nope.
She must have just got pregnant.
They did the thing.
It definitely feels strange. You don't even have a bump.
Nope.
How do you feel it?
You could have at least put a fake one in there.
Could have. Her stomach is flat as ever. Did you squish the baby or what? I mean, in America, people would be okay with that. She's getting depressed. Are you sure it's not a food baby?
Could be.
If you got Kuuga, you'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Now you made her depressed.
What is he doing? he.
I don't even know.
品川区にあるドルフィンプールで未確認生命体によると思われる殺人事件が発生。
The dolphin pool.
Not the pool.
目撃されていない模様です。
Not the pool. Are you sure it's not the pole or the pool?
The popo.
Swimming school.
Kids!
Not the swimming school.
Execute Order 66.
That part, I flipped out. I forgot to mention, I flipped out at that part. I was like, no! Ah! No!
Then Anakin kills a bunch of young
Yeah.
ones. It's like, oh my gosh, we went there.
He already killed another species of women and children.
The Tusken Raiders.
Yeah.
Gotta go!
You piece of crap. Come on, man. They sell iced tea there? Well, it's not sweet tea. It's iced tea. She's got legs. She knows how to use them.
These boots are made for walking. Oh wow.
Okay. That's interesting. Is that
Right.
Snoopy on a...
Right beside him.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
She got some long legs.
What is she doing?
I'm gonna murder. Murder, murder, kill, kill.
Die.
Oh, oh my lord. She killed all of those people? Golly bum. 16! Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
That's way more people than I was expecting.
いずれも胸の部分に火傷のような跡があるが、今のところ死因は特定されていない。
A burn on their chest. Fascinating.
はい、以上です。
桜井です。たった今、大田区のレクサススイミングスクールで殺人事件発生の通報がありました。
わかりました。またプールです。
Okay, she's going to pools and killing people.
よろしくお願いします。
But 16 people? That's crazy.
That's insane.
Sir, you're speeding. No.
You're speeding.
I wasn't talking to you.
Shut up, Siri. You stupid robot.
Goat, I was trying to talk to my phone.
You're all gonna die. Yep, you're all gonna die.
Genocide.
Oh,
What?
what happened?
Dude. You could have just came back up. Oh my gosh. It's got tentacles? Bro, she's walking out of the water. What the? They're in front of everybody!
Why is there no blood?
That's a good question. But also, why are they in front of everyone?
Right,
They need to get out of there. I guess the people are just really stupid in this universe. They just don't notice it.
ちょっと急用ができちゃったみたいで。
それで店
What's your problem?
もしかして桜子さんっていい人？
Is she a good person?
大人の
What?
いらっしゃいませ。椿さん。
Man, you were late.
お待たせしましたお手伝いに
Don't even.
すみませんわざわざ。
Don't even.
でももうとりあえず大丈夫みたいなんで。
すいませんちょっと失礼なんだ都内のプールで第38号によると思われる被害者が出たその中には子供が16人も含まれて
You would think by now that they would found the source of this.
Right.
Like, you know.
すいません仕事が入ったので
This dude. You're trying too hard, my guy. She's already rejected you.
Get out the way.
Runs over all of them. I am Kuuga. I have special permission.
今度の役はどういう狙いなんでしょうプールの人たちばかり突きつけ襲って今のところ不明だいずれにしてもこれから都内全域のプールに対して
Do y'all ever know anything?
呼びかける俺たち大丈夫かな
Golly bum.
先行ってます
Kuuga.
Get out of my way.
That guy's like, I can do that too.
本当にすぐ帰りますから。お構いなく。いいからいいから。今日はだんだん遅いし。
No, they had enough money to go film somewhere else.
Yep.
すいませんなんか。
Nowadays, this apartment would cost $2,000 a month.
Mhm.
ドルフィンプールレクサススイミングスクールおよび水沢ウォーターパークで未確認生命体によると思われる
I don't like how some of those news people wear those armbands. They look like they're Nazis
Yeah.
or something. It's so weird.
水沢ウォーターパーク。
現在その解明に全力を尽くす
さっきまで私たちがいた。じゃああの後未確認生命体が。ケイコ先生。ケイコ先生。
What? Dude, what?
I'm sorry.
You passed out way too late. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. You do not see this guy? I don't know. I don't know about that.
Wow.
I don't get it. I will say this is better than the last 2 or 3.
Mhm.
We got a drunk driver. No. Okay. This guy's supposed to be significant, apparently. Ooh, a grand piano. I guess it's like a death song or something. I don't know.
Don't know.
I just want to know who this guy is. They did this last time and it was nobody significant. Oh wow, you're so cool. You can pop a wheelie. Oh my gosh. That's dangerous.
We about to fight or what?
Don't to be continuous, please.
お前が
Oh, it's that? Yeah, it's the same guy. What? I'm sorry, what? They've got their own Kamen Rider? Oh. Okay.
That morph was a lot better.
That dude's just an... Evil, or he thinks he's a... Yeah, he must be a Kamen Rider of some sort. An evil one. Didn't know that. That was the significance. He was somewhat like him. I don't know what we're looking at for a second. It made you have a stroke.
There's an alien from some different universe know how to play piano.
Mm-hmm. They're smart, intelligent. And she's going ham on the piano. That sounded like she's like, oh crap, messed up. I bet all those like other people were like, why are you not out there killing people? Why are you playing piano? Okay, that would actually go probably a lot worse than that.
Donuts!
Donuts. Can we get off the bikes and fight? Like, what is this solving? Well, it technically means that this one's smarter than the other ones because he actually can ride a motorcycle. Oh my. That was pretty savage, alright.
Alright, 10-4. And he's gone.
What? What is happening? He just disappeared. No, he didn't. You thought wrong! Oh, there you go. Oh, gasoline. God! If it's a big continues here, it has a right to be. Yeah, it has a right to. He's not dead though.
What?
That was the craziest thing. All right. Well, that was Kuuga episode 26 and 27. What'd you think?
First one, that's...
It's just like the last two.
Yeah.
Basically.
That one...
The second one was definitely better than the last, like, three, at least. But that fight scene at the end was definitely odd.
Yeah.
Definitely odd.
So he's an evil rider.
Which is funny
Dark
because
Rider.
I've looked up, like, I've went on, like, the Wikipedia for Kamen Rider, and I've never seen where they mention that he could be a potential rider. But I guess the reason why is because his name is literally like everybody else's names. I guess he just thinks he's a rider. I don't know. That was the significance, I guess. They didn't... I guess the scarf was supposed to be like, oh, he's a Kamen Rider because the old ones had scarves, and I don't know. But I definitely liked the last one better than the other one.
Yes.
I'll say that. Well, fun stuff. They're just getting weirder and weirder as we keep going. So yeah, that was that, and yep, that's all. That's all I can really think of right now. But that's gonna be it for us. We ranked all 9 movies in the Skywalker Saga, and we came to the conclusion that Return of the Jedi is according to whether New Timers or not, is the best Star Wars movie ever. So if you want us to do more lists like that, let us know in the comments below and what exactly you want us to do lists on. We also watch Kuuga, episodes 26 and 27. If y'all want more of Kuuga, let us know on the community tab on our channel, where I post a poll on there all the time. Eventually, we brought up watching From. I'll probably put that on there at some point to see if y'all would be interested in that. So we'll just see what happens with all that. We might bring back the reacting to our films and talking about them again as an intro segment, because that literally takes no time to do, because behind the scenes stuff sometimes takes longer than the others because not a lot happens sometimes. But that's going to do it for us. If y'all like this video, leave a like down below. Comment what we should do next on the Whether News Hammers or Not show. And subscribe. The most important thing you can do is to subscribe to the Whether News Hammers or Not channel. We've got 741 subscribers. We're getting very close to 750, which means we'll be halfway to 800, which is great. Yeah, and it was all because of the Deception film. I would imagine, because we were stuck at 730, 720-ish for a while, and we did that film, and there you go, it happens. But look out for more films like that. Also, if you haven't checked it out, go watch it. It's a lot of fun. We'll talk about it in the future. My name is Trey Sparks.
My name is Dawson Mullins.
We'll see you guys in the next episode of the Weather News Hammers or Not show. Bye-bye.
Peace.